Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I just read Betrayer by ADB, and it was a pretty wild ride, to say the least. Now, while the Horus Heresy is an entire series of its own, this book can best be viewed as part of a trilogy, starting with the First Heretic and possibly the short story Aurelian, followed by No Fear and then Betrayer as the finale. Betrayer follows Angron and Lorgar as they burn and pillage their way through the Ultramar system in order to enact a magical ritual dreamed up by the Aurelian. This all takes place directly after the events of No Fear, and we also see the return of multiple characters from the First Heretic, such as Argel Tal. So once again, I really recommend you to read those two before reading this one, especially because both of them are great books as well. I will of course link their reviews below as well. Betrayer has a lot of highlights, but let's start off with the fact that this is a damn emotional rollercoaster. There are scenes where you will be laughing your ass off at the simple-mindedness and bitter humor of the World Eaters, there are scenes where characters perform some of Warhammer's finest badassery, but there are also heartbreaking scenes such as when we take a look at the backstory of Angron, or the ending where so much stuff happens that you're not even sure anymore whether to laugh or cry. Regardless, if you're looking for some of 40k's finest tragedy porn, then this is the book for you. Another plus is that this book does a great job at fleshing out the World Eaters. We get to meet a lot of different characters from all the ranks and timelines of the World Eaters, whether it's the Primarch, Mortals, Astartes, Titans, or Mechanicus crew, we get to see it all. Hell, we even get to see a Dreadnought from the Warhound days. It's amazing to see so many interpretations of the World Eaters' ideology. On top of this, we also get some flashbacks and exploration of Angron's backstory, which readers of the Primarch novel will likely already know for the most part, but this book also takes a look at the Night of the Wolf, which was very interesting. Lore aside, this also leads to some very cool characters. Take for an example Latara Serene, captain of the World Eater flagship. She is a human and not even an augmented, but she is just as crazy and bloodthirsty as the Astartes. She does a lot of badass shit in this book that I won't spoil as you really want to experience her for yourself. All the side characters have been spiced up a bit and get to do some badassery in the spotlight, which I greatly enjoyed as well. I rarely do this, but I'm going to award another plus for the action scenes. There are a lot of different forms of combat in this book between many different fighting styles, troops and locations, and all of them are written in a language that made them unique and captivating without it becoming too wordy or complicated. The descriptions are short, clear and effective, which keeps the combat fast-paced and epic, just as it should be. The plot is somewhat less important in this book as it is much more about the characters, but still there are enough twists and turns to keep you on the edge of your seat. ADB truly did a great job at writing the plot to support the characters and the stories he wanted to tell without the plot becoming too boring or confusing. There are some negatives, but these are really nitpicky and not such a big deal. This book once again sees the return of the ADB human-woman phenomenon, but why change the formula when it works, I guess. Furthermore, there's a pretty big side plot that goes pretty much nowhere, and the numbers are laughably retarded sometimes. We are talking planets that pump out 100,000 space marines a year and 12-year-olds that command void ships. Oh well, it's a bit of euphemistic writing I guess, but you get the deal, right? The planet is important for the army, and the captain was a natural talent, so on and so forth. Finally, I'd like to say that this book has an absolute boatload of awesome quotes. Undoubtedly, you have already seen them posted 100 times, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, then prepare for some exceptional badass verbal abuse from all sides. And if you do know what I'm talking about, it can never hurt to read them once more. So all in all, this book gets 5 out of 5 versus claws. It's a great read with plenty of lore, badassery, humor and tragedy. I recommend this book for anyone interested in the Horus Heresy series, and it is particularly a must-read for all fans of the World Eaters, Word Bearers, and, well, basically Chaos fans in general. Anyway, that's all I got for you today.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing and click ringing the bell to appease the Great Horned Rat. For more lore content, please check my main channel and leave any book recommendations in the comments down below. I gotta get back to reading the next book.